Hello everyone, welcome back to Sade's Tarot Tea. Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing well. I know I've been on the longest hiatus forever, and I'm gonna be saying that in a few of my videos. If I look like I'm tired, I'm recording this video like super late and I have to do that now because my life has just been so hectic lately. But hey, if you love something, if you truly love something, you make time for it. So I am in a much better space right now, as far as where I am in a quiet environment. I can do these readings, and I will be, as I said in my Olivia video, I will be coming out with a lot more material. So guys, get ready. I know I've said that in the past, and then you're like, Sade, you've always said this, and then boom, you are gone, you disappear. But I actually mean it this time, guys. I'm in a space finally where I can just read quietly and not be distracted, or people talking in the background, so I hope you guys stay tuned, subscribe to my channel. I know I've been gone for a minute, but also I want to let you guys know that I will be doing personal readings. So here is my Instagram, so follow me. I'm going to be opening up my Instagram and doing just horoscope readings, more readings on just the general public, stuff like that, where other tarot readers post their cards and stuff like that. I'm gonna work on doing cool stuff like that, so stay tuned and hit me up if you would like a reading. So guys, I am super excited to be doing this reading. Oh my god, can you tell? I'm not gonna fangirl, I'm not, because although I love Kehlani. I love you, Kehlani, if you ever saw this reading. I love Kehlani so much, but I love giving these celebrities tough love because I am a Capricorn, and that's what we do. When we love you, we give you tough love. Anyway, guys, I am so excited to be doing this updated reading on her because she is in a really cool space right now. The girl is in love. Hi everyone, I just wanted to do an update and interrupt my video. I did this video, I recorded this video I want to say a while ago. I can't remember exactly the date that I recorded this, so I don't know when Dani and Kehlani officially broke up. I've been getting told as well that it was a while ago, but that they've been on and off. So I think I can't remember. You guys will see in the video. I can't remember if I said this, that I felt like they were going to be on and off and then they would officially break up. I know that this is a very sensitive topic for Kehlani right now, and she's been breaking down at shows. Dani's been crying, and I don't want to seem insensitive, but I am curious as to what happened in their relationship. I'm going to be as respectful as possible, but I also want to say a comment before I get started with this part of the reading, that Kehlani, if you're going to put your business out there, and I say this respectfully because she's telling fans to mind their own business. Yes, it is none of our business to some extent, but when you put your relationships out there, you leave yourself open for people to speculate, for people to ask you questions, and for people to wonder and make TikTok videos. I'm making a video on this. People fell in love with you and Dani together. You can't get mad or get all Taurus on people and protective. I get it. She wants to protect her relationship. She wants to protect her business. I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm not saying that she's wrong for being upset that people are asking her about it, because this does happen a lot with her. She'll put her relationships to some extent out there, and yes, of course, fans, we should remain respectful of her business, but at the same time, Kehlani, you can't get mad and tell fans to mind their business, because you put your relationship out there. You made a whole beautiful music video with you and Dani in it. How are we not going to speculate when something goes wrong or notice? We're your fans. We care about you and we want to know your business, like me. So I didn't pull on this part too, so I just want to say that as well. Like, I just wanted to say, like, I don't agree with Kehlani telling fans to mind their business. I really respect and love Kehlani, but sometimes I'm just like, girl, you wrong for that. Like, sorry, like, you're wrong. Like, fans are gonna wonder, they're gonna speculate. Yes, you don't want them to be too much into your business, but that's what they're gonna do when you put your relationship out there. So yeah, but guys, just, you know, try not to be too annoying. You know, they're healing, and I'm gonna pull on this, but we'll see what I get. And I'm more curious as to what happened. I think I already know what happened. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, I picked up on some of it in the video that I did in this video. And I didn't pull on how Dani feels about Kehlani and how Kehlani feels about Dani. So we're gonna pull on that. First, guys, I want to actually pull a spiritual message for Kehlani and Dani. Hopefully I can, you know, offer some spiritual message. I don't want to just be all up in their business and not, you know. Okay, guys, so I pulled a spiritual message for Kehlani and Dani at this time. I want to at least do this because I'm going to be in their business. And I know Kehlani is like, mind your business, but I'm a nosy bitch, so I'm gonna still remain respectful. I'm not gonna get too into their business, but I just kind of want to see what spirit does tell me. And I know people are all on TikTok wondering why they broke up. Maybe I may not even need to pull anything else. I like other cards on them to figure out what happened, but it's kind of already telling me a little bit about what happened with them. So the first message that I got was triumph, success in the reverse. So and also patience and planning reversed. So I feel like, again, in my reading, the one that you guys are seeing that I interrupted, I was talking about that Kehlani was ready to move forward. She was ready to plan her future with Dani, and we can kind of see that from the video melt. It kind of gave away just where Kehlani's head was at and where Dani's head was kind of at in the relationship together. Now, when I was picking up on Kehlani, guys, I kept feeling that she, like I said, was ready to, she was looking more towards the future. She wants to settle down. She's tired of dating, rightfully so. She's getting older. She has a daughter. She's still young, but she has a daughter, and that put her in more of a, you know, like a family oriented, I am growing into a woman, I am growing into myself, as we should, you know, type of energy. So I feel like she is already, like I said, 5-10 steps ahead of planning for the future. Like, you know how Taurus be, you know. Now, not saying that Dani wasn't ready a little bit for that. Like, I do feel like Dani wants a committed relationship. But I don't feel like she's quite in that mindset yet. I feel like Dani is still career focused, you know, and they're both touring right now. So yeah, that could be another thing we could say that got in the way of them being together. But I don't think so, guys. I think that they've been having this problem. I think there's been other problems a little bit, but I don't feel like I don't feel like they hate each other. I don't feel like, yes, there's anger there. Yes, they're hurt, you know, and they're crying, they're upset, but they're crying they're crying this much because they love each other. It's nothing, even in these cards that I just pulled, guys, it's nothing bad. Like, it's nothing like that they can't come back from. If they wanted to get back together and really work on it at a later time, it could possibly work. Now I want to see that, if that is something that is going to happen, or are they going to move forward with somebody else, you know, or with other people. Now in my reading that I'm interrupting, I did see Kehlani getting with another girl, and I saw Dani dating. So I think I said that about Dani. I'm not sure. I can't remember. If I didn't, I'm saying it now. I do see Dani dating other women. I don't see them in the long run ending up together, but let's see. I could be wrong. We all want me to be wrong, right? Because we want Dani and Kehlani together. But guys, Dani and Kehlani were together for a certain amount of time because Kehlani needed to heal. And I stand by this statement. Dani helped Kehlani heal a lot of her wounds. Dani showed Kehlani showed Dani this too. I'm not saying that it was all one-sided, but as far as that goes, you know, they both showed each other the type of love that they would want for their next partner. They both grew spiritually together. I feel like they had a very spiritual connection and a very emotionally deep connection. And that's something that, yes, Kehlani has had in some of her partners, but not quite on a in-depth spiritual level. And I feel like, you know, Dani helped Kehlani to stand up more for what she wants and not take no for an answer, as far as like business ventures, as far as in a relationship. And I feel like Kehlani helped Dani to flourish in healing as well, and also in, you know, getting away from certain addictions that Dani had, like healing her addictions in certain ways, allegedly. Now addiction can be anything, guys, okay? It could be work, it could be drugs, alcohol, you know, putting too much into people that don't deserve your energy, all that. It just depends, you know. Like I said in my reading that I'm interrupting, I do feel like Dani has battled addiction, and she will continue to battle it because of how she grew up. Allegedly, I'll say. I don't know Dani very well, so I'm not speaking on things I know. I just feel it, you know. So yeah, I'm just speaking on what I'm feeling, guys. But if you guys know anything about Dani, if you're a fan of hers, please let me know. Has she battled addiction, or has she seen addiction around her? Did she grow up in a very unstable home? I do feel that. I forgot where her moon's in, but that would tell me too. But anyway, I felt like, you know, Kehlani got what she needed out of this relationship. And Dani did too, but not in a, you know, selfish type of way. They both flourished from this relationship. But I keep getting my Triumph cards in the reverse, and this relationship just wasn't, it had its period, but I know a lot of people are sad that they broke up, or that they keep breaking up, getting back together. Like I think I said that they would, and then they'd officially break up. I feel like, you know, this relationship had its time, and, you know, they learned what they could from each other, and that's what it was, you know. It's not a relationship, unfortunately, that was meant to last, but it was a beautiful relationship that they both grew from, which is amazing. And that's all you can really ask when you get into a relationship with somebody, and they fully understood a lot of parts of each other that maybe past partners did not understand about them. So that's really good too, right? So I see a lot of cards here in the reverse, guys. I have my crown chakra card in reverse, sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra. So right now I feel like they're both feeling pretty down about their love life. That's normal when we get out of a relationship. In this time, guys, that I'm pulling on them, this is how they're feeling. They're both blocking out any like type of advice, or anybody trying to come in and tell them what to do or give them some sort of you know, closure. I feel like more so it's them trying to eliminate communication. They're trying to move forward. They're doing their best to move forward. And I understand from one of my clients that I just read on, she's the one that actually, I was telling her about how I did this reading on Kehlani, and I said, you know, I feel like her and Dani are gonna break up. And she told me like, well, that's so crazy you say that, because they did, and they keep breaking up, getting back together. And Kehlani keeps unfollowing Dani and the family, Dani's family. So, and vice versa, I saw on TikTok that they have each other blocked or something. So I was like, oh shoot, I gotta like see where their energy's at, how they're feeling, which obviously they're not feeling great. They both feel like they failed in the relationship, because I'm getting my Triumph cards in the reverse. Why I say Kehlani was wanting something more set and grounded was because of my patience and planning card is confirming that they were not planning for the future in some ways. Like they weren't being realistic about it, you know. And that includes, guys, their career, you know. It's hard to date another artist, and it's hard for artists to have stable relationships because their lifestyle really doesn't allow that. A lot of times you have to date somebody out of the industry that you're in. Like, you can date somebody, I mean, in the industry, but not that does the same thing as you, because it's harder to have a set relationship and to stay grounded in that relationship, and to have that open and honest communication, right? So yeah, guys, that's what I'm picking up on with just my oracle cards. And I feel like too, I gotta expose them, I feel like they're both very sexual. So I feel like too, the sex was starting to waver. And with Kehlani, I'm gonna say Dani's kind of the same way. Once that sex starts kind of like wavering, they're like, they get bored. Let's just say that, because Kehlani has a lot of fire in her chart. She likes to talk more about her water energy, but Kehlani, you should, I said this in this reading too, you should look into your fire energy too, because that plays, obviously, and I'm sure readers have told her this or have read on her chart and told her about her fire energy, but she doesn't pay attention. I feel like just in her energy, even if she denied it, she don't pay attention enough to that Leo and that Aries, because that's why people are making jokes about her relationships breaking, not lasting. Guys, I don't agree with you guys doing that. Like, that is too much, and that's why I'm saying please remain respectful. If you're going to talk about Kehlani's relationships, or any artist or anybody that you look up to or like or admire, whatever, if you're going to talk about their relationship, please respect it as much as possible. Like, don't make jokes about it, don't be fucking rude about it, because these are still human beings. These people are still hurting and learning and growing. And you guys may laugh and say Kehlani's relationships don't last, but do yours? Like, or has every relationship you've been in, has it lasted? I mean, there's only a few people that actually are lucky enough to have their relationships last. Kudos to you, honey. But a lot of us, we have to go through a lot of relationships in our lifetime, unfortunately, to learn who we are, to grow as people, not just in, you know, partnerships, but in friendships. We go through a lot of friends too, you know. So don't bash Kehlani for going through another breakup. Like, it's a public kind of, she didn't even really want this breakup to be public, but you know, telling fans to mind their business is not really realistic. And I get that was just her Taurus being, and her Leo and her Aries being snappy, like shut the fuck up, like this, like, okay, you know, type of thing. Like, good job, you figured it out, you know. Like, you know, she was trying to keep this part private as much as she could, but then she's posting subliminals. She's saying, when Noodles, her DJ, says, oh, who's single in the club, like, Kehlani's raising her hand. So Kehlani, don't contradict yourself. If you want people to mind their business, don't draw attention to it as much as you can. Now, people are going to figure it out that are fans and love you. Okay, that's on them, and they still need to remain respectful. But if you're gonna do stuff like that and post subliminals on Twitter, and Dani's posting stuff, because she is, do you really think people aren't gonna connect the dots and talk about it? Like, come on, that's like really unrealistic to ask that. So
everyone has been asking me, and I typically don't do this, but I thought it would be fitting, seeing as it is such a large topic. Yes, I do prefer room temperature water over cold water. If there is an option for a level 10 spice, I will always get that over a level 5. I do prefer Nickelodeon over Disney. If a tree falls and no one is around to hear it, I do think somebody heard that bitch. And the tree still fell. And I would much rather have fingers for toes than toes for fingers. I hope that answers your questions.
So, to some extent. But respectfully, I'm just saying, you know, be realistic. And she's done this before, where she gets mad that fans figure out that she's broken, that she's broken up with somebody, or that she got broken up with, whatever. She's gotten pissed about this before. So I mean, I'm just saying, if you're gonna post things like that, you brought us into this relationship, you know, and we're gonna wonder. We care about you. And I mean, I can say as a fan, I can't speak for everybody else, but I care about you as a fan. But at the same time, I love you enough to tell you when you're wrong. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't be posting subliminals and all this shit and expect people to mind their business. Like, it's just, No. So anyway, yeah, like I was saying about the sex, like speaking of, not gonna stay too much on this, but I feel like, of course, because of the tour and other stuff, but they are not sexually active with each other right now. And they're trying to eliminate as much of communication as possible. They're trying to heal, and let's wish Kehlani and Dani to heal, guys. Like, if you really love and respect Kehlani and Dani, if you're a fan of Dani or just both of them, please respect them as a person. Don't make jokes like that. It's not funny. Like, anybody that gets hurt, it's not funny. These are people's real, just because they're celebrities, we forget, well, I don't, but y'all forget that these are humans first. Like, so yeah, my overall, they were telling me kind of like what was happening a little bit. But the spiritual message for them is to really, for your guys' next relationship, or if you guys are going to get back together, you guys really need to sit down and really plan for the future. Really think about how you guys want this to play out, because just because my triumph cards are in the reverse doesn't mean that you guys can't overcome this, you know. But if you guys choose to make it work, even though I am saying that they're not meant to stay together, if, you know, things can change, you know. I'm just saying that because they were just supposed to learn from each other, you know. But they could very well change that, make it work, and not take anybody that they're asking's advice and try, you know. But it was beautiful. This was a very beautiful relationship. I'm sure, of course, all relationships have their problems, you know. So guys, I want to see if they will, I want to see how Dani feels about Kehlani, and I want to see how Kehlani feels about Dani, and then I'll see if they will get back together or officially break up. Okay guys, so far I am pulling on how does Kehlani feel about Dani. The 3 cards I got, guys, the energy of Kehlani and Dani is so sweet. Like, I don't know, this is where they are currently, okay? So it does fluctuate how they feel about each other in the moment. Not saying that it's like harsh or like they hate each other. Like, again, guys, I don't feel that. I don't feel like Dani or Kehlani hate each other. I feel like they care about each other a lot, and I feel like it's very hard for them to not communicate. Like, it's hard. They're trying to like eliminate communication as much as possible. I feel like it's even harder because Kehlani is very close to Dani's family, and not super close, but she got kind of like close, and I know I heard that she unfollowed the family, but she was really bonding with her family. I did see her in Puerto Rico with Dani's family, so okay, I'm saying that I do know that. But it's also hard because and I said this in my reading, but Dani is very close with Adea, and so I feel like Adea asks for Dani, like when she's not around, or like she'll want to call. I don't know, I see Adea wanting to talk to Dani on the phone or something like that, or like when she hears Dani's voice, she like will come up and talk to her or something. Or Kehlani gives Adea the phone a lot to talk to Dani, like when they're not together. So I feel like that's been really hard too, and that's why, you know, Dani was like one of the first. I won't say she was the first, but she got really close with Adea. Adea really likes Dani, so that was kind of a first for them for Adea and Kehlani to actually both like really like somebody that Kehlani's dated. Like, it's interesting. But I was gonna say that Kehlani still wants to guys, I'm getting marriage. Like, I got justice in the upright. Kehlani wants to marry Dani. She's really like in love with her. Like, it's really cute. She's very in love with her. There are times where she wonders, like, should they stay together, should they be together, type of energy. But at her core, guys, like in her spirit, like she really cares about her. But when she gets mad at her, sometimes she's like, you know, when you just get mad at your person and you're like, ugh, like, I don't really want to be with you right now, you know. Like, she does go through those phases, but it's like at her core, her Taurus heart, she does love and respect Dani, like, and wants a future with her. But here's where the tough love, the tough advice comes in. Kehlani, please make sure that you're not being codependent because my Nine of Pentacles reverse is saying that you are kind of codependent on Dani, not financially of course, but emotionally. Like there is a lot of codependency going on, and the Pentacles, guys, doesn't always mean money. It can mean like support, like someone, you leaning on somebody to be your sounding board, to be with advice, or to be your safety net, your comfort zone. And so Kehlani, you need to make sure that is this love something that, do you love Dani because she is that for you, because she is your emotional support, because she is your, which okay, to some extent is fine, but you shouldn't rely heavily on somebody to be that for you. You know, you have to still heal yourself and not be codependent on the relationship because it feels good to have a relationship, or it feels good to just have, you know, somebody there. You know, you have to make sure, do you really love her? Do you love everything about her? Okay, just some advice, you know. Didn't ask me for my opinion, but I'm just saying, like, my cards are like, you know, are you just being codependent on her? Do you actually love her? Like, what is it? You know, or do you just like talking to her? Do you just like her company? Is that really what it is? And you think that you guys can't go back to being friends? You know, what is it? Which I think they can. It's gonna take time, but I feel like they can, you know, and they will. And then I have here the Eight of Wands upright. So I see Kehlani trying to reach out to her, or they've been talking. There's been communication. My Eight of Wands talks about communication, fast communication. So maybe it's not communication that lasts. Maybe it's they check in, or Dani, I know that, congratulations, Kehlani. I'm not surprised, because come on, who's really surprised that she sold out that Oakland arena? Like, pff, I'm not. She's like, hey, I'm so happy, which is amazing. It's not taking that away from her, because that is an amazing accomplishment. But I'm like, girl, I am not surprised your talented ass sold out that arena and you rep Oakland so fucking hard. I am not surprised that you sold that arena out. Like, I'm really not. And it's a big arena, I'm sure, but I'm not surprised, guys. I'm sorry, I'm not taking away from her victory, but I'm not surprised because of her coming. She came out of Oakland, she reps Oakland very hard, she's very talented, you know, like, you know. So I see them both like congratulating each other. Maybe Dani congratulated her and they were kind of like talking a little bit before she went on. I don't know if she's on the stage right now. It is 11, oh no, she's not, 11:52 when I'm doing this, but I'm not sure if she had the show tonight or if it's tomorrow, so whatever. But yeah, I see fast communication coming in, so it's not consistent communication, but they'll talk. Where was the Nine of Wands? What the fuck? Somebody's trying to come back into Kehlani's life. I don't know who this is. It could be Shayna. Now, Shayna is a Sagittarius. I wonder if there's a fire sign that's trying to interfere, or that was interfering with Kehlani, or it could be on Dani's side. Oh my god, guys. While editing this video, I was I'm so mad that I saw this after the fact, that when I recorded this update, but I was correct that it turns out that Shayna Touche, I think that's how you say her name. There's a lot of drama going on with Kehlani, Dani, and Touche right now. As you guys can see their photo right here, that was Kehlani's ex-girlfriend. Now, she's a Sagittarius, okay? And I said in this reading that I'm wondering if it's her that's been interfering in between Kehlani and Dani being together. I totally forgot about her, to be honest. I did see something about Kehlani asking about, she asked this one astrologer about a Sagittarius and a Taurus being together, but I was like, that's weird, but I don't even remember. I think her and Dani may have been broken up by then. But guys, I kept feeling that Shayna was interfering and Kehlani was allowing it. And I don't know if that was why they were on and off so much, but I feel like, to be honest, from my intuition, I feel like Kehlani and Dani were on and off, but I also feel like Shayna and Kehlani were entertaining each other. I do feel like Kehlani ended up turning her down, and that's why Shayna got salty. Because I'll post these tweets right here. I found this after, like, while I was editing and searching photos. This, like, started popping up on Twitter, because I'll look for my stuff on Twitter too. But Shayna's talking about exposing Kehlani for possibly cheating. And I kept picking up on that there was possible cheating, but I wasn't sure on whose end it was coming from, especially because at one point I feel like they were trying to do an open relationship because they were having so many problems communicating and being committed, and their schedules were so crazy or becoming crazier. So I kept feeling like a lot of drama, but I didn't want to say that somebody was cheating, like, cuz I was trying not to be messy. But guys, I'm just going to say it in this little update right here, like, I wouldn't put it past Kehlani to cheat, honestly, because I've always said Kehlani could be a player. I've always said that. And she has Venus and Aries. They're the biggest freaking players. Like, sorry, Venus and Aries, but y'all like to play a lot. And Dani has Venus in Cancer, so she really got hurt in this relationship. Now, I'm not saying Dani was innocent. I think Dani was doing stuff too, but Kehlani was probably the one that got caught up, because Kehlani gets caught up with her shit. Like, she can't hide shit for long, and she tries to be a very honest person. So, guys, we'll see if Shayna ends up exposing Kehlani. She's talking about that she has screenshots and shit. So, oh my god, Shayna is so salty. Like, I can't. She's just mad that Kehlani was, like, trying to hit her up. I think she was trying to hit her up or they were trying to talk because because Kehlani, and Dani were having a lot of problems. And that's when I think they started talking again. Probably around the second time they broke up. So, but at the core, I think what caused their problem was that they weren't moving in the same direction as far as committing, and Dani was wanting to get more of her career, and Kehlani isn't okay with that to some extent. Like, she wants to settle down, even though she's being a little player right now as well, but she starts doing that when she's, like, hurt. Like, I don't know. So I don't want to draw this on, but I kept feeling Shayna interfering. Like, it came out in the cards, I had no idea. Like, like, I kept feeling it. I saw that one comment on TikTok that Kehlani made, but I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I thought that was weird, but I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Like, do you think Kehlani cheated on Dani? I don't know. Let me know. I feel like possibly, but I feel like they weren't talking exactly, and she kind of moved on quick, or tried to, and then they got back together. So let me know what you.
On Dani's side, there was somebody that was interfering with her relationship. There was some interference, guys. Or there will be with them getting back together, or there has been. Now, it could be on either one of the sides. Yeah, they're both traveling right now. I'm seeing Kehlani is on the road. Obviously, we see that. My Three of Wands is telling me that there's distance, like physical distance between them. Now, the Eight of Wands can talk about distance as well, or going in one direction too quickly. But then it's here with the Three of Wands, so it's saying that they're definitely communicating long distance in a long distance manner. I feel like there was somebody coming in to one of their energies, but they're trying to, like, I feel like it's more so, it could be Kehlani. Now, I don't know, Dani was seen with some girl, but I don't feel like they're talking like that. Like, I know on TikTok they're speculating that Dani was with some girl, and I'm like, not feeling like, if they did go together, they just, like, hooked up. Like, she's not trying to commit to her. Like, I don't feel that. She's not ready to commit to this girl. Dani, please do not commit to anybody. You're not ready. Even though, you guys have been on and off for some time, it is still fresh, and I do feel like you guys are still trying, or will want to get back together. Now, I also feel like Dani disappears. So after Dani breaks up with somebody, or they break up with her, which doesn't always happen, Dani usually will break up with them, but Kehlani too, they both break hearts. But I feel like Dani will disappear a lot. Like, she'll communicate, disappear, and, like, I don't know if she's doing that to Kehlani, but I keep feeling that she is. So I feel like that's making Kehlani upset, like, really mad, because she's really trying to, like,
pursue Dani and get back with her. But Dani's kind of like, whatever happened between them, I'm really curious as to what it was exactly, the breaking point that caused it. But I feel like I don't know why I feel like Kehlani broke up with Dani though. I don't know why I feel that. Or like maybe I'm gonna look it up to see who broke up with who. But I feel like Kehlani broke up with her, and then Dani disappeared, came back, and then they started to try to talk again. And then I just feel like they were kind of talking, and it was a lot of it's a lot of game playing, guys. And a lot of it is like Dani will break up with you, but then kind of still try to talk to you and have you there. So it kind of sounds like, it kind of feels like it might have been that too, on one of the times they got back together. Yeah, there was some, I feel like, I hate to say this, but I feel like this interference, it caused one of them to not trust the other one. It caused one of them to not trust the other one. Like, I keep feeling that. Whoever interfered in their relationship, okay, so Dani's coming out as the King of Swords. I feel like Dani was the one that decided to break it off this last time. But either she broke it off the first time, or she broke it off this last time. I feel like Kehlani, I also feel like at one point it was mutual. In one of their breakups it was mutual, but this last time I keep feeling like it was Dani. Because I say that, guys, because her card came out. Now I could be wrong. Kehlani could have broken it off, but I honestly feel like Kehlani may have broken up with her the first 2 times, and then Dani decided to, she brought it up that they should break up, or like they were arguing, and like Dani was like, we should just like break up. And then Kehlani's like, yeah. Like, I feel like it was mutual at the same time, but who said it first? I feel like it was Dani. Like, she will be like, Dani can't handle, Kehlani will break things off too, but Dani can't really handle a lot of like arguing, like stressing out and arguing. Like, she gets anxiety like with arguments, just with a few things too. And I feel like Kehlani does too. Like, Kehlani doesn't like arguing like that. I'm not saying that she likes arguing or that she could take it, but Kehlani will stick in there a little bit longer before she decides to just cut something off. But one of the arguments, Kehlani definitely broke it off. And then both of those, I feel like so I'm changing it. So 2 of those arguments that they had, or 2 of the moments that they broke up, I feel like it was mutual. But Dani was the one that ultimately was like, yeah, we need to, this isn't working type of energy. You guys have another question. Will Kehlani and Dani get back together? Guys, I'm getting a, like, as of now, I'm getting a no. Yeah, they're taking a break. Yeah, it is bothering Kehlani. Like, she does want to keep that oh guys, this is so apparent. So I'm gonna say that Dani broke it off, guys. I feel like, I could be wrong. I feel like Kehlani did break it off, because they've broken up a few times. Like I want to say 3 times they've broken up. I could be wrong, it could be 3 or 4, but I feel like it's 3. But Kehlani, I say that Dani broke it off because whenever, so far when I've been pulling on Kehlani, it's been like she wants to talk to Dani, she wants to talk to her. And I feel like either she broke it off and she's regretting her decision, or Dani broke it off towards like them arguing and was like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. And I feel like Kehlani though wants to convince Dani to get back together. Now, if Kehlani broke it off, which I don't feel like this last time she did, I feel like they'll do this thing where they've broken up, and you know, Kehlani will go and try to fix it. Dani will reach out, but she's not really putting in that energy to really fix it. I feel like Kehlani is really trying to like fix the relationship. And I said in her reading, in this one, Kehlani, it is okay that it's not working. It's okay. I know you want to be a Taurus and like fix it, and you know your Pisces wants to fix it because you don't like you don't like burning emotional bridges and like like I understand, like, but I don't feel like Dani's done completely, but I feel like she is getting to that point where she's like, I'm thinking about just like, I don't want to talk as much. I want to eliminate conversations as much and focus like on my job. Like they do talk, guys, but I just feel like Kehlani is trying to like go into hiding and heal and focus on her tour, focus on making her money and not think too much about it, but it is causing her to not be able to sleep at night. She's been crying a lot. She's been very sad. She's been trying to cover it up and act like nothing's wrong, but obviously people around her she's been talking to a little bit, like, because she'll shut down first and then she'll kind of start talking about it, whatever's bothering her. So I feel like she is trying to talk about it, and as she's little by little starting to open up, because I feel like this was like recent again, like, yeah, that they've been trying to like kind of talk but not, and it's been hard because it hasn't been working out, guys. Sorry, their energy is so back and forth, like it's like all over the place. But Kehlani is trying her best to, she's trying to move on, or at least take some break or give Dani space, because I feel like Dani's like, I need space right now. I need space. We can talk here and there, but I need space. Ultimately, I need space because right now when they talk, they argue. They're starting to argue. So, oh, and guys, so the way Kehlani feels about Dani, I didn't say this too before I start with Dani. I kind of just talked about like what they're going through, but the way Kehlani feels about Dani is she loves her humor. She thinks she's very good at what she does, her craft. She enjoys being around her. She enjoys being intimate with her. She misses that. She misses communicating with Dani. She misses their banter, how they would, you know, I keep hearing prank each other or like say the most ruthless jokes at each other. How they would, I know Kehlani likes wine, right? I feel like she likes wine. Like they would have moments where they would talk over wine, and like I don't feel like Dani drinks wine crazy like that. Maybe she'll have a sip or two, but like they would just talk about some really deep stuff, and like she misses that, and she doesn't think that she's going to find that again. And that's why she's trying her best to like hold on to talking to Dani at least, and trying to see if they could work it out, because they'll get into these arguments and they'll break. It doesn't always happen, but it's been happening where they'll break up and they are just miserable, you know. But Dani really loves and respects her, and she does too. She loves and respects Dani, and she is worried that she is not going to find that again. And I want to assure you, Kehlani, you are going to find that again. It's just not gonna, of course, not gonna be in the form of Dani, but I'd say keep an open mind when you heal fully. Not now, of course, but keep an open mind, because you never know, yeah, right? So the way Dani feels about Kehlani is she sees her as very nurturing, a very good mother, very caring person, puts people before herself, wants her to, you know, if Dani could teach Kehlani anything more, it would be to put herself more, like to stop putting other people before herself. You know, she sees her do that all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if Dani says that to her, or has, like, they've had conversations about it. She feels like she's got a mouth on her, like she feels like she can have a temper. Kehlani feels like that about Dani too, but Dani will more so like shut down, and then she'll kind of get mad and like say things, but nothing like disrespectful. But you know, I don't know why, but Kehlani, I feel like, dates women that just do that. Like they just kind of like disappear for a little bit. But Dani wants to still be friends with her. Eventually she wants to work into having some form of a friendship with her. And yeah, I feel like they also were thinking about or toying with the idea of having an open relationship. So I'm gonna say that allegedly, I feel like there was talks of having an open relationship, and they I don't know if Dani identifies as being polyamorous, but I know Kehlani went through a phase where she was poly. So I don't know, like, I feel like they kind of talked about that or are thinking about that, or if they haven't talked about it. But I feel like they've had, because they have. I feel like they've had an open, or tried to have an open relationship. Yeah. I don't feel like they were all the way completely like monogamous. Yeah, I see Dani kind of just like a little, I don't know. And Dani, you need to give yourself more time to heal. That's what I'm gonna say. Just give yourself more time to heal, please. Like, I feel like she's healing, she's trying to heal, but it's not good. Like, I mean, Kehlani might be doing the same thing. I mean, you know, they have broken up, gotten back together. So it's like they're allowed to do whatever they want, because it's not a full-on like they just broke up and they weren't breaking up, getting back together. But guys, I feel like, I'm just gonna say it, I feel like they're messing with other people. And more so, I feel this more on Dani's end than Kehlani's. I feel like Kehlani is open to talking to people still, but I don't really feel like she fully has. I feel like she's waiting for Dani. Now if she is talking to somebody, it's not really that serious. Dani's talking to people, like messing around with people, but she's not like dating them. And I think I said that, but I feel it more because she got my 3 of Cups. So even though I'm talking about Kehlani, but yeah, she's kind of trying to have her cake and eat it too. So that's why I'm also saying that Dani was probably the one that I'm feeling called it quits officially. Okay, she is trying to move on. I am seeing some conflict. Like we already know, I am seeing some conflict in their relationship. I feel like one of those things is that Kehlani suspects that she's talking to other people, or that she's attempting to move on and kind of keep her on the string, you know, not making Dani a villain. But Dani does still have to grow more, you know, in that way. Like, she wasn't fully ready to fully lock herself down, and she wants to work. Not saying that she only wanted to date other people and that was why, but Dani wants to fully be on tour and live that tour life, you know. Kehlani did that, so she's like, girl, I did that already. Been there, done that type of energy that I feel from Kehlani. Been there, done that. Don't need to do that, you know. So interesting. That's what I'm gonna say, guys. That's what I'm gonna say. Probably you guys probably already know. So this part of the video is getting really long, guys, but I want to wrap it up before we get back into the reading by saying that I did this because I haven't had a chance to upload my Kehlani reading, and I predicted them breaking up. I feel like I said they're gonna break up and get back together. They're gonna be on and off. If I didn't say that, then oops. But regardless, I said that they were gonna break up, and I didn't see them getting married. I apologize, guys. I don't think I was saying Kehlani's proper pronouns, so I want to say my bad for that. I think she does identify as she though, right? Okay, guys, so she identifies as she or they. So I was like, oops, I am not saying her pronouns correctly, but Kehlani identifies as she, so I can say that. So she doesn't identify as her though, so, but regardless, like, she. Yeah, guys, I feel like Kehlani is gonna get into another relationship. Obviously, I do see Kehlani getting married, and Dani is gonna get married a little bit later on in life. So Kehlani, keep manifesting that, girl. You know, you're almost there. But yeah, guys, I want to go ahead and cut the rest of this because I don't want it to get too long, and I'm already way past my updating reading video time. I just wanted to do this part of the video because this update, because I was supposed to upload the Kehlani video a while ago and I didn't. So now word got out that they broke up, and I'm thinking if I post the video without this, people are gonna be like, oh, you already knew that, it's around TikTok. Guys, I posted that reading so, I mean, guys, I did that reading so long ago, like I can't even remember. I don't even know when they broke up, but I feel like I did the reading like possibly early August. Now they were already kind of having problems a little bit, but it wasn't as bad. So yeah, when I read on them, they were fine. They were completely fine, but I was feeling like they weren't gonna last. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this part of the reading. I apologize for it being so long. And yeah, let's get back to the rest of the reading, which I've always predicted. I've always said that if Kehlani gets with a woman, she will have a successful ass relationship. Stop dating these dudes, Kehlani. Stop it. That's what I've always said, okay? I've always said to her through the camera, I've always said, stop dating these men. They're not going to do anything for you. They're not going to feed you sexually. They're not going to feed you spiritually. They are just going to keep taking from you and using you and draining the out of you, okay? And she has a lot of water in her chart, guys. She's not, just because she's a Taurus and she a hard ass, don't mean she's not a softie under the surface. Yes, I'm exposing you, Kehlani. I'm exposing you. And also, I'm going to talk about her relationship with Dani. I know that's very private. I'm going to try not to get too into their business. Spirit will block me if I get too into her business. She will block me. She's very spiritual now. So if Kehlani picks up on me, you will see it in this reading. I will not hide it. I will be like, oh shit, she's picking up on me. But it's like 11 o'clock at night here in Cali. I don't know where you guys are from, or where, you know, what's time you're on, what zone time you're on. But I don't know why I said it like that. Anyway, I don't know what time it is for you guys, but it's 11 o'clock over here. So I will see if she picks up on me. I'm hoping she's sleeping with her cute little daughter, Adea. I'm hoping she's sleeping and she will not pick up on me, but we will see. So if you guys would like to stay around for a while, because like what? Like, why wouldn't you? I'm just kidding. I'm not cocky like that. Imagine if I was, though. But if you guys would like to stick around and watch more readings of celebrities, if you have any suggestions on who you guys would like me to read on, please let me know in the comments. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell for when I pull up, as I always say. And let's get started reading on Kehlani. I'm super excited to see what's going on with her. Okay, guys. So I first want to start off by using my oracle cards to read on her spiritually. I want to see like where her energy's at. I'm thinking this reading is going to be really positive, and a lot of Kehlani's readings so far that I've done have been slightly positive, but not all the way positive. This is the photo I'm looking at of her right now, by the way, trying to get into her energy. She's just so cute. She's sexy, that's what she is, but you know, we're not gonna fangirl. Come on, Kay, let's go. Let's go, bitch. And y'all, I'm leaving this in the reading because I'm just annoying with these cards. So, like I said, as we all know, everybody's praising her for it. She's becoming more spiritual, right? Or she is spiritual. She's becoming more, as what I mean when I say that, guys, is she's going more into her energy, her spirit guides her. Especially people in her past have, no pun intended on this, have passed over. So she's more like aligned. She still has more work to do, which is fine. I have more work to do. That is totally normal. We never stop growing as a spiritual being. And she knows that, you know. So the first card, guys, that popped out for y'all that don't believe in tarot and oracle cards, this shit. Awareness. Awareness. That's her first card. Kehlani, that's your first card. I said this like she's gonna see this, like, who, you never know. Kehlani, people send her things. So awareness is the first card that I got, and with this card I'm seeing that she is really taking her spiritual side seriously, even though some people, I've seen people make fun of her, saying, oh, you know, this has been in the past. I don't think this has been recently, but people like want to doubt her and say that she's not spiritual, or that it's an act, or, you know, in the past, I think when I was giving her tough love, I said that she needs to get more serious about her spirituality, because she is so spiritual, she is so gifted, and I would get frustrated with her because I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Like, there's so many things that you could avoid. Not saying that she is not supposed to learn her lesson on a lot of things, guys, because just because we're spiritual or psychic or whatever, intuitive, people think, oh, then why didn't you see that coming? It's like, that doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? But the more we attune to our spirit guides, the more we attune to people that have passed over, they will help guide us to be a better person, to be more in tune, and to thus moving past certain things, you know, or hurdles. And I did, as I said that, actually, she did get another card that talks about like obstacles and challenges. But it is a good card because it is in the reverse. But we will talk more about that. But anyway, her awareness card, she's having a lot of like psychic dreams, I'm seeing. She is a Pisces moon, so it makes sense. But I also will post her chart here before I start talking. Sorry, guys. So she's a Taurus sun, Pisces moon, Mercury in Taurus, Venus in Aries, Mars in Leo, and her rising is in Cancer. I'm really surprised they don't have that, because astro charts is where I'm looking, by the way. I'm really surprised I don't have that, because Kehlani talks about it all the time, that she's a Cancer rising, Pisces moon, Taurus sun. Like, she always talks about that. So astro charts, what are you doing? Get with it. Anyway, so she's having a lot of psychic dreams. She's doing a lot of spiritual work as far as like her ancestors go, as far as her friends that have passed over, may they rest in peace. I am going to be very respectful. We are not going to pull on them or anything like that. Lexi, her friend Lexi, was a different story, because Lexi actually came through really heavily for me and wanted to talk to me. Like, I was really surprised. I would not have done that reading if she never gave me the go-ahead or anything like that. And sometimes, guys, it works that way. Sometimes spirits come to us and we're like, as psychic readers, and we're like, whoa, what the hell, like, what is going on? Why do you want to know me? And it's because she couldn't really talk to Kehlani at that time, because Kehlani wasn't as attuned as she is now. So Kehlani can hear her very clearly. I wouldn't be surprised if Lexi, one of her friends that has passed over, a few of Kehlani's friends and family members have, and her dad, have really came through heavily for her, and she's become so much more aware of herself, and they've told her things about herself. They've warned her. Kehlani, they've warned you, haven't they? They've warned Kehlani about a lot of the people that come into her life, because a few of her readings I was picking up on. How many readings did I do of her? I think 2, guys. She wasn't around really good people, you know, especially giving birth to her daughter a day. I told her, be very careful with who you are surrounding yourself with, because that is crucial to how you move in the spirit world as well. And it's crazy, guys. I don't know if Kehlani knows she could do this. I'm getting this message. She astral projects a lot. I don't know if she's been astral projecting a lot lately, but I'm seeing her astral project. It's insane. Like, her body literally, like, I saw a splitting of her body, and I was like, bro, what the hell am I looking at? Like, I literally saw that just now, guys. So that is how in tune she's getting. She's gonna have even more beginnings coming in. We could look into what that is. You know, I'm excited for her. So yeah, she is going to have more opportunities coming in. I want to warn Kehlani, your spirit guides, Kehlani, are warning me for you to choose very wisely with certain deals you're going to take, or certain people. Again, they are warning you. Like I said, guys, they are on it. Like, her spirit guides are on it, man. They're like, if somebody new comes into her life, or like if somebody is about to come into Kehlani's like rotation, like, they're like, eh. Like, she'll sometimes, I don't even know if she remembers, but I'm seeing it, like, she will have dreams of, like, even dreams, like, or visions, and that's how strong being a Cancer ascendant and a Pisces moon, that's how in tune you can be. Like, you just have to train yourself and be aware and not be afraid of it, because a lot of people with water energy, I'm not saying Kehlani, but maybe in her, when she was younger, maybe it scared her, but a lot of people with these placements or water heavily in their chart. I want to say even Aquarius, Sagittarius. I heard Gemini in some ways too, depending on where Gemini aspects in your chart. If it aspects Neptune or like your Mercury a lot, you know, like your third house. I heard stuff like, I'm hearing stuff like that, your ascendant. Any of these placements as well, like if these aspects, I'm sorry, you will get really quick messages and in tune messages, even in Virgo, I want to say sometimes, but you have to just be aware of it. And she is becoming even more aware of her surroundings, her spirit guides, anything that she feels is off. Like she can, even fans, it's I want to say, like, even when she meets y'all fans, like she could feel your energy really heavily. Like she like thanks for supporting me. You know, like that's how strong it is for her, especially now. So I would advise Kehlani, if I was her reader too, manifesting it, I'm just kidding, but if I was her reader, I would advise her to wear obsidian, a lot of obsidian, a lot of maybe not amethyst, because that would I was gonna say amethyst, but that would actually like cause her to be more sensitive to their energy. So clear quartz, I want to say tiger eye too. I don't know why I heard tiger eye for her. Like she should wear tiger eye. Yeah, she should wear like certain crystals to block herself. She probably does. And also the third eye, that helps a lot too. Anything with a third eye or around her, she should put like little third eyes around her before she meets people, because she is so, even now, so guys, I'm speaking now, she is so sensitive to people's energies. It could really mess her up, you know. It could mess her up, like kind of like I said about Beyonce a little bit, not as intense, but kind of like I said about Beyonce. And when she enters into rooms now, she needs to be more mindful of the energy and like really sage. I'm hoping she's already doing this. Probably she's already doing this. Maybe her spirit guides are already telling her this, but they are saying that she is ascending more. I'm not ascending, what's the word? Oh my god, I had it in my head. Yeah, I guess I mean ascending. Like you can ascend even if you're, you know, you're still on this earth, but ascending spiritually. Like she's becoming more in tune with her higher self, and she's working with people like readers and like certain types of gurus and like really like spiritual people. I'm hearing like even from like Native American tribes, because that is some part of her roots, I believe. So, or even of Mexican descent, like she, or any other type of Hispanic descent, where they really tap into their spirituality and their ancestors and give thanks to their ancestors. So she's really learning to do that, and she does speak a little bit about that in her music. As you guys know, if you listen to her song Altar, she talks a lot about really tuning into her spirit guides and her friends that have passed over. But that is coming out in her cards, guys. Like I love when my cards do this. Like I'll know, you guys think I know certain things, and it's like, yes I do in certain ways, or I'm saying something very like obvious, or well you know that because you looked it up. And it's like, even if I look something up, it will come out. Like it will come out in their cards, and it's not my energy. It's the, obviously, you know, it's not my energy. It's their energy that comes out and reflects what they're going through. That's how also, if you guys ever wonder if what you're reading is true, if it reflects what you've been going through pretty like word for word, and you've said it and it's coming out in your cards, you're pretty spot on, you know. So with your reading or reading on somebody, you know, so that's what I'm seeing for her so far. She is getting a lot of sevens too, and sevens are really good too, because they talk about, they can be, there are lessons in the number 7, but talks about boundaries, right? Knowing your boundaries, knowing when to, you know, 7 is a very, I take it as a Neptune card, which she has a Pisces moon. She has a Pisces moon. This is reflecting, guys. 7 is in her cards. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know if you guys can see that. Anyway, 7 is coming out in her cards. Oh, and look, I didn't even notice this. 7 coming out in her freaking cards. It is reflecting in her energy, guys, that the lesson coming out for her spiritual message is that she needs to keep standing her ground. She's learning to. But with Taurus, it's like they really struggle with, people think, oh, you know, Tauruses are ready to like get up and fight and like they don't care and all this stuff. Like, some people feel like Tauruses are very like confrontational, but it just depends. Like, if they will let something keep bothering them until they say enough, and then they blow up. They will blow the fuck up. And if they blow up, excuse my language, if they blow up, it is not good for you. So something is bothering Kehlani. Something's bothering her. And on top of, she has a few things bothering her. She's not in a bad space. She's not in a bad space. Let me get that straight. She's not in a bad space. But her spirit guides are saying that there's people trying to come in from her past that are trying to mess up her good energy. And that, isn't that just life, right? Don't we just go through that in life? But also, I think I read too that we're in the middle of a really, like, we're in a full moon. So the energy right now is crazy. I think we're in a full moon, guys, if I'm not mistaken, and it's supercharged. So be careful what you're manifesting. I'm trying to work on that myself. And Kehlani is trying to be aware of that. But she's getting really crazy psychic messages and overloads of messages. Like, her crown chakra is so open. I'm surprised the crown chakra did not come out for her reading, guys. But yeah, she's getting a lot of messages and psychic visions and, well, visions. So yeah, they're talking about standing her ground. So there's somebody trying to come in and push her around, or they want to come in and push her around. It could be somebody in her team. I don't feel like it's David. I think that's his name, David. I don't feel like it's him. I feel like he's very protective over her. So it's not him. It's definitely, maybe she's trying to work with some more new people. Maybe she's working on music behind the scenes with people and they're not believing in her. They're not taking her seriously. This could be in her relationship, because sevens do talk about relationships. But we'll see. We'll see. But also, obstacles and challenges are in the reverse for her, so she is going to overcome it. Okay, they are telling me these things that are coming up for her, they are going to cause her discomfort, and she's going to have to take a step back and really reevaluate. Like I said, it feels like people coming in, and it feels like deals or something she's trying to get off the ground that's not going well, or she's been working on it for some time and it's just not going well, and she has to decide if she wants to continue doing what she's doing, you know. So I wonder what it is. It feels like a business deal, honestly, guys, or it feels like something business wise that she's working on, or she's been working on, and she's not seeing payoff. So they're telling me that she will overcome that. Hey guys, so I wanted to interrupt this part of my reading again because in my updated reading, you already saw that I picked up on her and Shayna. There was somebody, she came out as a fire sign that was interfering between Kehlani and Dani. So I think that's what I was kind of getting here, but I guess I was also getting that Dani and Kehlani kept breaking up, excuse me, that they were breaking up, or they were having a lot of problems. And that's why I kept emphasizing the point on it's okay if it doesn't work out. It's okay to let things go, because later on, as you'll see in the update, or you saw in the update, I picked up on they broke up and then they kept getting back together. Breaking up type of energy is what I talked about. But also, standing your ground card came out, and deception and envy, that was probably Shayna that I was picking up on, and some, of course, some other people in Kehlani's life, possibly on Dani's side too. So yeah, that's crazy, guys, how this came out, and I didn't even really read too much or look too much into it. That is insane. But let me know what you guys think about this whole thing in the comments of Shayna and Dani. She will overcome that, and she will find new ways. Kehlani, I am being guided to tell you to not stay on this for too long. If it's not working, it's okay. Taurus, hey, Taurus, it's okay to give up. Like, I'm sorry. Taurus can, there's an energy and a time. I don't even know I said that, but I've heard it. Energy, there's an energy, and you're putting too much energy into this, is what I'm sorry, I'm getting this message. It's overwhelming. This isn't working out for a reason. You understand that. Your voice, your higher self is telling you that, and that's okay that it's not working. Okay, it doesn't mean that you failed at it. Okay, I'm learning this too. Wow, this should be to me. No, but seriously, it's something that she's working on, and it's not panning out, and she was getting frustrated with it. She's on tour right now, but she's having to deal with it still. You know, just because she's on tour, it doesn't mean that it's, you know, this thing, or any singer, just because they're on tour, it doesn't mean that they don't obviously like have to deal with reality. You know what I mean? So I don't know too. It could be maybe a show. She's having staging, a lot of like problems with her staging, because she is on tour right now, as I said, and she's gonna be going. I don't even know where she's at right now, but like I feel like she's dealing with some stuff behind the scenes, even in tour. So anyway, they're also talking about deception and envy is coming out for her. Again, she always gets this card, like deception and envy always comes out for her. Like she has a lot of people that be hating on her ass, you know, because she just be doing the damn thing, you know. So they're saying, they are telling her to just be mindful, again, being aware of who she's letting around her, in her circle, and to just protect her energy. If somebody is not working out in her life, it's okay to let them go. It's okay. If they are friends, if it is a relationship, it is okay. You did not fail. I don't know why, guys, I just feel like I have to tell her this. I don't know. But you did not fail. Okay, Taurus, you did not fail. So just be patient with yourself, be forgiving with yourself, and love on yourself. Love on your inner child. You know, that's still something that I feel like she's struggling with, you know, and that is a very hard thing to do, is loving your inner child. Like that is, oh God, guys, it's hard. So guys, that was her spiritual message. I got goosebumps. That was intense. Oh my God. Whew. So let's go ahead and get more into her reading. And yeah. So yeah, guys, as far as where her energy's at spiritually, and just where her energy's at, period, I feel like she's in a good space right now. I feel like she's happy. I feel like she feels healthy, like she's taking care of herself. I do feel like she battles with some heavy depression at times, or anxiety. But I feel like that's normal, you know, honestly, especially the way things be going in this world. Like she is a Cancer rising, you know, obviously. So she's going to feel things way more intensely than some of the other rising signs. And she has a Pisces moon. And so I feel like she is going to experience a lot more heavier, burdening emotions than other people that don't have a rising in water. So yeah, but I feel like she is wanting to build more for herself and her daughter, and just her relationship, and just with her friends, her family, her girlfriend. Like we're gonna look more into you know, that with Dani, because I'm curious about Dani. Like Dani is such a Gemini. Like I just she just be Geminiing. That's all I'm gonna say. So guys, I'm super excited to be pulling about this. If I get a block, it's okay. We'll see how far I can get, but I don't want to pull too much because it is her privacy, and I want to respect her privacy. And you know, but I am curious if her and Dani are gonna get married, and if and just like how they feel about each other. Like that's what I'm curious about. And I'm curious if Kehlani's gonna have another kid, because I felt in her last reading that she wanted to have another kid. So she wants to have a lot of kids, but I kept feeling that she wants to have more kids. And I feel like she's gonna move out of, I don't know, she's currently living in LA, but I feel like she's gonna move out of state. Like I keep feeling that she's gonna move out of state. So she wants to go somewhere more quieter, and like I know she likes, like she wants to be, I know she likes water and like beach type places, and I see her moving. I don't know, but I feel like it's gonna be more of like living on a farm type thing, and I know that's something that appeals to her, but I see her like moving and actually like doing it, but she's not ready yet. So I hope she does do it, because I think it would really help her to record more music. It would help her be more inspired, and she's definitely someone that needs to be around nature and in quiet, but not too much quiet, but like quiet. Like she needs that. and she will always do music, guys. Like, she is somebody that has to do music as well. Like, I've always felt that for her. And she will continue to do music, and she will, I feel like Adea will get into music too, and other things. Like, Adea is somebody that will have so many different like talents that she can't choose. So that's really cool to see that as well. But yeah, I'm really excited to read on her and Dani, because I'm curious about it. And yeah, let's read on it. So guys, first I want to read on how their relationship is. Like, you know, I feel like it's different than a lot of the relationships she's been in. I feel like it's very, her relationship with Dani, I feel like is really mature. I do feel like there's some, you know, childlike aspects to it that make it really fun, because I feel like Dani's like really goofy. I mean, she's a Gemini. Like, Geminis are really goofy and they don't like taking life seriously. Can they get super serious at times? Absolutely. And I actually want to pull up Dani's chart. So let's go ahead and do that as well before I read more on her. Okay guys, so I looked up Dani's chart, and if you don't know her stage name, she goes by Shake070. So I've heard like one song from her. She did a song with Paris, my favorite band Paris. She did a song with her, and I thought it was so good. Like, I was like, who is this rapping? I was like, dang. And I wanted to follow her since then, but honestly, I'm not really into heavy rap music, or not that, you know, Dani does like super heavy rap music, but she's really like into her craft, and she does some of her music I've kind of listened to here and there, but I'm not like a super hardcore fan. But so this is something I don't really know much about her, other than that song, like I said, and from those lyrics and the way she was rapping, I can tell she really likes underground rap music, and she respects it a lot. So, and she's been through a lot. I feel like she's been through some really heavy you know, like, she's been through some heavy shit. Like, I commend her for all that she's gone through, and I feel like her and Kehlani can relate a lot to losing people. Like, I feel like, you know, Danielle has lost a lot of like people in her life, and I feel like she's seen a lot, and I feel like she's done a lot, as far as, allegedly I'll say, as far as like going through addiction or seeing addiction around her. That's what I always pick up for her, is addiction, or some, like I said, I don't know much about her. I've never like looked her up, like her history. Even knowing her being with Kehlani, I've never like had the urge to like look her up, because I don't know, I just never did. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into her birth chart. So she's a Gemini sun. Her moon is in Virgo. Her Mercury is in Gemini. Her Venus is in Cancer. Her Mars is in Virgo. I love that for Kehlani. I like that Dani has a Venus in Cancer. I feel like that really complements Kehlani's Venus in Aries, because Venus and Arians, when they commit, oh my god, they freaking commit. But I do see a lot of like energy from Dani, that, and Kehlani too, because Kehlani, like, she has, we all know Kehlani, she be a little player. So I feel like her and Dani, I've always started, like, when I first knew about them, I felt like they didn't get together quick, and it took time. I felt that, because I've been feeling this over a span of time, guys. I felt that Dani and Kehlani like had like a lot of hookups, and it was like, well, I don't know what this is type of energy, and we're friends, and what is this? Like, it's scary, and we don't want to ruin the friendship, you know, type of energy. So I'm glad and proud of them that they actually took, you know, it's hard to move past that type of energy, because you're so concerned about ruining the friendship, and I'm proud that they decided to take that leap of faith and, you know, do it, because a lot of people don't move past that phase, and they're so afraid to date their friends, you know, because they're like, what if this doesn't work out? But I feel like, you know, Kehlani and Dani they wanted to establish and get to know each other, which is that Venus. Like, I feel like that really was on Dani's end, because Dani, I feel like, really likes to get to know the people that she dates. Like, she doesn't, like I said, she has had flings, but she likes to get to know. When she commits, she really likes to get to know you inside and out, and she doesn't want to just date, like, you know, she doesn't want to date you just to date you. Like, she wants to know you, and humor for her is like a really big thing. If she and I'd say intellect. Like, she likes to have with that Virgo, and this, her chart is telling me she's all about intellect, all about researching, all about reading, learning. And you know, she has like a lot of anxiety too, being a Virgo moon and a Mars in Virgo. She needs to be careful of that. I'm sure she's aware of it. A lot of Virgo energy is aware that they have anxiety, or that they deal with mental health issues, or Geminis can suffer from, I've said this in the past, I'm not saying Dani deals with this, but Geminis can suffer from you know, having mental health issues, such as like being bipolar, or you know, just anything having, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know all of the mental health terms, but you know, just anything, if you guys can think of anything having to do with the mind, the mind is a powerful tool. And you know, Dani is trying to like master that. Like, she's trying to master, okay, not letting her thoughts get the best of her, not letting, and I feel like Kehlani is helping her with that, because Kehlani is more in control of her thoughts and her emotions. And that took time, you know, Kehlani wasn't always like that, but it took a lot of time. And I feel like they both are learning a lot from each other. This is a very like spiritual connection. So I'm really curious as to what's going to come out in their energy and their cards, because I see a lot of like banter, like funny banter, you know, like messing with each other, prank, like I don't know if they prank each other. I just heard that, like a lot of pranking, like they like to, or prank call, I don't know. I heard something with pranking, so yeah, like very childlike energy I keep getting. Okay guys, so I just pulled on Kehlani and Dani's relationship, the energy around it, just as you know, just as their energy as a whole, like in the relationship. So they do have a lot of things that they are trying to overcome. That's normal being in a relationship. But the first card that popped out for them was refusing to see. So I've always felt this. Again, I've always felt this when I feel their energy. I feel like this card is talking about, because it has a 2 on it as well. So it's, you know, somebody, they're not on the same page yet. Like, Kehlani wants to really settle down, and she's ready to, you know, go to the next level with somebody. She's ready to get married. You know, she's already reaching her, she's still young, but she's like, I don't know, I just feel like she feels like she's such an old soul, and like, and she is, and she's lived her life, like she's lived life, like she's so bored of it, like she wants stability. And I feel like Dani is not yet there. She's like, I'm not ready yet. Like, Dani still feels very young to me. Not immature, but like young. Like, because there's a difference, guys. Like, what I mean when I say young is she feels still, not that Kehlani's not youthful. I don't mean it like that. Like, this sounds so bad, but like, no, like I feel like Kehlani just feels a lot older than her, even though she's not, but she feels like a lot older than her. But Dani, in energy wise, but Dani to me feels very youthful. Like, I want to just like live. Like, I don't want to, you know, fully settle down yet. I'm not ready. Like, I still have to go out there and get my career. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta go chase it. I'm chasing the bag. And Kehlani's like, well, I'm already like established. That's a Taurus thing. I've already established these things. I'm already investing. I'm already putting in the work. I'm already doing this and doing that. So they're having a hard time coming, like, you know, meeting each other in the middle with that. And I would just say, you know, Kehlani, be patient with her. You know, I think she will reach that. Dani is going to reach that point, but you have to be patient. Even though you're already there, she's not. You know, you're reaching, well, Kehlani is reaching that point. She's not quite there yet, but she's reaching faster at that point than Dani. She's there, but she's not quite there. She's able to still be a little bit more patient, but I see that kind of dying as they go more into the relationship. And then it's talking about balance. There's a lack of balance in the relationship. So somebody's putting in more than the other person. Somebody's not, and somebody's not seeing it, like, or they don't want to see it like that. I feel like this is Kehlani. I feel like she's not wanting to, you know, see that Dani's not ready, and she's not ready to put in that type of energy. I feel like one of them is more feeling like they're more dedicated and ready. And like I keep saying that, but that's what I'm feeling from Kehlani. And I feel like Dani is still a little bit fearful because Dani has been through, not that Kehlani hasn't, but like, you know, Dani feels like she's been through a lot and she's afraid to fully take that leap. And it's always that like she'll take like 3 steps forward but like 5 steps back type of energy. And I feel like Dani still at times battles addiction, or allegedly, or she's still battling a lot from her past. It is talking about that type of energy as well, and Kehlani wanting to like really heal her and show her that although it is a very spiritual connection, I feel like Dani hasn't reached her spirituality quite like Kehlani has, and Kehlani really wants to push her to like believe more in herself and believe more that she can do it, and that, you know, to manifest things. Because, you know, from Dani's chart, she's a very like realistic person. Like if she doesn't see it, she doesn't believe it type of person. But she can to some degree have a little bit of hope, you know, in things. But she falls a little bit into that pessimistic category sometimes, you know. And so Kehlani struggles with this too, but Kehlani has more of that optimism, and that's what drew them to each other, you know. So I feel like they're working on it, but there has to be more balance in the relationships. They both have to put in the same type of energy that they're both giving and receiving. So also too, they both are having they're both getting messages about their relationship. The crown chakra is out and control is out. So somebody is trying to control the ending. So I'm hearing, because of that, I feel bad saying this, but I feel like Kehlani and Dani are not gonna last, unfortunately. I feel like they both know that it's like they both know that they don't see each other long term, like fully long term. Like they know that they're in each other's lives for a certain amount of time, and that time is coming, but they're also trying to like prolong it. How we all try to do that, like we know like certain things are ending and we're like, we don't want it to end, and we know that it's coming and we're trying to like prolong it, and spirit's like like I hate that. Like when I see that they're trying to do that, what's telling me that, guys, is the 8 card. Control. 8 means endings, okay? That means new beginnings, but we have to allow that to happen. So they're both trying to, with the crown chakra, that's another 7 card that came out for her, for Kehlani and Dani. But 7s talk about, again, relationships, right? So yeah, these oracle cards that I have here, guys, are telling me that they are not meant to stay together. I feel like Kehlani is going to get into another relationship with a girl, and it's going to be really good. It's going to be really good. So Kehlani, do not lose hope. You do not have any problems with your dating life as far as getting people. You just need quality people, you know. But I feel like this next woman that comes into your life, I feel like she's a fire sign, guys. Like, I don't know like why I feel that, but I do. But yeah, maybe she has air, or more, maybe she's an air sign, but another air sign, but she has more fire. Or yeah, I'm curious about that. I want to look more into that. But Dani is going to get into a relationship too, and I feel like Dani is going to get married later on. She's going to get married, and she's going to be the one to like propose. So interesting. But yeah, my cards are already telling me that they're, because my next question, guys, that I was going to ask is, are they going to get married? Because their melt video, which was really cute, they were both in like wedding, like playing wedding dress up, and it was cute. So I was like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna get married, you know. But I don't really see that. I mean, can energy change? Absolutely. Can they make this work and it could go the long haul? Absolutely, guys. But my cards are saying that they are not meant to stay together. They are supposed to, and that's okay. They're supposed to learn all that they learn from each other, and then they move on, you know. But even if this does happen, well, I feel like it is, but when this does happen, I'll say when, they are still going to try to remain friends. They are going to, it's not going to end on a bad note. They honestly, guys, I really feel like they don't really fight like that. Like they'll bicker, and like they have had arguments. Obviously, that's normal. But they don't really like argue like that. It's interesting. Like, I don't hear it. And Kehlani ain't blocking me, so. And can I just say, guys, the sex, yeah, that sex though, grown woman sex, yes, we love it. Yeah, so I want to pull more on if they will get married, just to make sure. I could be wrong. Their work, guys, is going to really pull them away from each other. That's going to be another, I think that's the main reason, is that Dani is not going to be ready, and I see them getting other opportunities. The opportunity is, it's definitely because we do have free will, so they will have opportunities to get married, or engaged, I'll say, but it's not meant to last, okay? So even if they did get married or engaged, it's not going to, unfortunately, I hate saying this, it's not going to last, because it's not meant to last, like I said, and that's okay. You know, there are times where we just have to learn from our relationships and let them go. That is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's for our personal growth. I almost said Kehlani. That's a good one. I'm definitely seeing that they've talked about it and that they want to, like, eventually, but I'm not seeing that it's gonna happen yet. Yeah, guys, I don't see that they're gonna get married. Yeah, 9 of Cups reversed, Temperance reversed. This is Dani coming out, the Princess of Swords reversed. Like, they've talked about it, or somebody, 6 of Pentacles wants to, or they want that, but the other one doesn't. See, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. So let's look at what's in store for her, and then I'm going to wrap the video up. Oh, and I'm gonna see if she wants more kids, or if she's gonna get another kid. Yeah, guys, I'm not seeing another kid for her right now. If she does, she's either going to do a surrogate, or she's going, she wants to do by birth again. She wants to do a birth pregnancy because she really enjoyed her pregnancy with Adea. So I do see, maybe this will be the 3rd kid that she will do, like, she'll adopt. I hear she wants to adopt. I don't know. I think she should. I heard she wants to adopt, or her spirit guides are saying that she should adopt, or there's going to be a kid that she's going to adopt. So maybe some child that she knows. So maybe somebody's kid, and you know, her in her immediate family that can't take care of the child, and she's going to take the child. I heard that happening. And also she will try to give birth to another child, but her 3rd child, I feel like, will be a surrogate, or she will adopt. I hear adoption heavy, and I don't normally hear that for her. Like, I heard adoption, so I don't know if she's been talking about adopting, especially with Dani. I don't know if they've talked about stuff like that, but I heard adoption. So it's up to her if she decides to go through with this prediction, guys, that I said, because again, we do have free will, but I am hearing that she should adopt, or she wants to adopt. So yeah, but I do see another kid for her. I do. How she's gonna, I see actually 2 kids for her. So not right now, they're not saying right now, and it's gonna be a minute, but you know, yeah, she will have 2 more kids. Let's see if she will get married. Well, okay, let me get married. Okay, yes, I am getting that she will get married. Absolutely. She's getting the Hermit reversed, the 4 of Swords, the Sun card. This will happen in about 4 years. That's what I'm hearing. 4 years. Yeah, because it's Swords. So, yeah. And no, it's not Dani. And if they, like I said, guys, the energy can change if they get married, because they are talking about it, but Dani's not ready. But if they do get married, it will not last, unfortunately. It will just be they're going to get engaged if it goes that way, okay? But yeah, I am also seeing another kid for her. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at that kid. Oh, so cute. My cards are like messed up. Don't judge me. As far as what's in store for her, I'm definitely seeing she's gonna be collaborating with a lot more people. A lot of people like really want to work with her. They love, oh my god, so many people love Kehlani's energy. Not just her fans, but like, or you know, her friends, but people that work with her, they love working with her. Like, I don't know, it's just like a whole, I don't know, I just feel it. It's like a whole experience that they go through with her. Like, they have these deep conversations with her. She really like sets up the room for them to sing, and like she doesn't like it to feel stuffy. Like, she likes to really get to know you, and like she really works hard when she collaborates with people. So I definitely see her collaborating more. I also see Kehlani being in a movie, and I will keep saying this, that she is going to have a clothing line. I keep feeling this for her, or she's working on it, or she wants to start doing it. Not just her merch line that I know is on her store, guys, but I also would push for her to do clothes, because they would do really well. I think she should sell the clothes online first, and then bring them into, like, you know, affordable, like, places like well, I heard Macy's is not really affordable, but I hear her getting a deal with Macy's, or to when she a collaboration, I'm sorry, a clothing collaboration too, with like Pretty Little Thing, Shein. Oh my god, if Kehlani did a collaboration with Shein. Oh, and she did this one for bathing suits, I believe. She did what was the company that she just did bathing suits with? So she did a collaboration with H&M. So yeah, she's gonna have more like that. Look out. So I heard that I was hearing that opportunity that happened for her, but that she already did it. But also I hear that she's gonna do more collaborations like that, but it's actually gonna be clothes. So or like maybe like workout attire or something like that. Like, but it's definitely gonna be clothes. Like, I would advise her to do hoodies. She's so good at hoodies. Like, I think she should do more hoodies, guys, but with an actual like brand, you know. But either way, I hear that she's gonna have that. And like, I even hear like nail polish, or she's been offered a deal, whether she takes it or not. I don't know. So sometimes, guys, I'll hear celebrities certain deals and they may not take it, you know. They'll be like, nah. But yeah, I heard like she wants to start getting into movies and like producing music videos, like other people's music videos. She'll do more of that. I know she's already starting to do that, but like she'll do more of that. And I heard something else. Hold on. Voicing over. I hear that for her too, because some celebrities I hear that for, but I heard that for her too. Like, she's gonna be in a cartoon, which is perfect because she already sounds. We've made fun of her for it, but like she already sounds like it in the cutest way. But yeah, I hear that for her. And a show, like, oh, she's gonna be offered to do a show. Oh wait, she did get that. Oh my god, I just heard that. What the fuck? She got offered to appear on the L Word. Like, the fuck? But I hear she's gonna make more. She's gonna actually be in a show, like, not just. So I don't know. I think with the L Word generation Q, I think it is, she's gonna be a guest star in that one, but this one she's gonna get another show where she's actually gonna be in it. So, or movie, and it's gonna be a gay movie. I can't wait. I cannot wait, guys. Oh, and I heard too, randomly, nail polish, like she got offered a nail polish deal, or she will get offered a nail polish deal with OPI, so, or SE or something like that, but I heard OPI. So that's exciting. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Oh, and also she will get offered to do a fragrance, but we will see if she takes it. I don't think she's gonna take it though. So I hope she does. If she takes it, I will be so excited. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading on Kehlani, and I am so excited to be back. Once again, guys, if you would like to book a reading with me, please go to your girl's Instagram. That's where I'm doing my bookings now. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day or night, and remember to forgive yourself, love on yourself, be patient with yourself. I am learning the same thing, and you know, namaste, love and light. Bye guys.